Hey guys, how are you all doing? I hope you guys are doing well. Um, Today I wanted to talk about why a free Palestine doesn't just mean a free Palestine. And what I mean by that is that this whole movement, this whole thing that's happening, it's not a movement. This whole thing that is happening, that we are witnessing with our eyes, is a test. It is testing all of us to, it's a test to humanity, truly. And I think that when I say that a free Palestine doesn't mean just a free Palestine, I mean that this is showing us if we are going to choose humanity or if we are going to choose domination and money. I think that caring about what's going on in Palestine is not just caring about Palestine, but it's showing that you have the capacity to care for others besides yourself. And this world, there are so many people on this planet, and I think that we have forgotten about connection and love and community. And I think white people, and especially like white Americans, so desperately want community, and I think we don't have that, and so we oppress the people that do have that. And it's honestly all about jealousy. But I'm just talking on the top of my head. But I just feel like I go to this school, one of the top schools in America. It is known for being historically involved in historical civil rights movements, and our campus is particularly silent. And I made a comment in class the other day, and I was super nervous because it was one of my classes that's very full, and I don't think I executed what I wanted to say in the way that I don't think I executed what I wanted to say in a good way, which is okay, because nobody's perfect. But even in my even struggling to make my point, nobody agreed, nobody understood, and nobody called out what I called out. And I think it's interesting because I'm a film major, and all we talk about in film is gender and race, and we talk about placements of characters and how, we create around, in Hollywood, women are represented as passive, and men are active. But I'm seeing in this Oscars ceremony a very typical Hollywood film. They set up the Palestinian man who isn't fluent in English, who can't fully, it doesn't matter that he's not fluent, he might be fluent in English, but I could tell that he couldn't express himself the way that he could have in his native language. And then they bring this Israeli who's fluent in, English, talk over him, compare their circumstances. It's like a fucking smack in the face, honestly. It's like you make a cake for a starving person and you put it in a box with a fucking lock on it. Like, it's so hypocritical and a joke, and nobody saw that. People commented, "Oh, I'm so happy that documentary..." Sorry, I just got a vile text message from a man because I am learning to put my boundaries up still. But anyways, so people commented in class how they were really happy that this documentary won, the Palestinian-Israeli documentary, and they even said that, the whole point of it was to talk about how the media isn't showing, the reality of things, or they're, showing what they want to show. That's funny. That's funny coming from, not particularly the person speaking, but if you think that was the main message, and that's what the message of this, if that message was upheld with that speech, I think that's just so fucking ironic, honestly. But back to my point, though, on why I think a free Palestine means not just a free Palestine. I think when we've talked about this a lot in class regarding oppression, when the most oppressed person of a group is having life-threatening systematic oppression, we need to worry about ourselves. So when trans women are extremely on the brink of being extremely oppressed and hate crimed, we need to worry about us as women as well. Because if the most marginalized people are being threatened extremely, which they already are, then the general population of other marginalized groups, less marginalized groups, people who are just oppressed in general, we need to fear that, we need to worry. That is scary. That is a scary thing. That is an indicator that they're chipping away at any rights we've ever accomplished in getting. A lot of people here at my school, they go about their day, go to school, go get a drink with some friends, go to the grocery store, go to the city, and it never crosses their mind that their monies that they're spending are literally like contributing to death. Like literally their actions, and everybody's responsible. I am too. I'll be honest. Like, yeah, there's boycotts going on. The working class has to do what they have to do to live. The working class it's really hard for the actual people who are working to start the revolution. I mean, that's who does it. I mean, this is getting into a lot of different things, but I've just been really learning in class and really taking that into account in my day-to-day life. And I think it's really funny that we don't talk about realistic topics regarding today's world and our genuine issues. Like, there's serious issues happening and we don't talk about it. We don't talk about how, the government is pretty much collapsing, and any social rights, anything is collapsing, and that's all we talk about. So, I just think it's hypocritical. I think it shows who you really are, and it really is that simple. And people try to make this, the Palestine-Israel conflict so complicated. It's not complicated. If you, number one, don't support mass murder and starvation, okay, you support a free Palestine. If you don't support apartheid, so illegal occupation, great, you support Palestine. Like, it's not that hard. I could literally go on and on. And do you care for, literally in the Bible it says to care for thy brother. These people are our brothers and sisters. Every human on this earth is our brother and sister. If we have flesh and blood and bones, we are brother and sister. And so if you don't care about somebody on the other side of the globe getting blown up to bits and losing their future, losing their integrity, their agency, like their dignity. You don't care. That doesn't bother you at all. It doesn't make you sick a little bit. That shows me that you are a sociopath. I genuinely think that everybody who does not support a free Palestine is a sociopath. Because if you cannot separate religion or whatever the fuck from literal what you're seeing, then that's not normal, that's not healthy. And one thing that I've noticed about, having these opinions is that when you speak out about them, the system is designed to make you feel like you're stupid, to make you feel like you're in the wrong, to make you feel like you're the one out of touch with reality. And what's funny about that is that people who are awoken to this reality are the closest people in touch with reality, I think, because we're not diluted by the hegemonic ideologies of our world. We can we have the ability to make the distinction between humiliation and respect. And in that Oscar speech, if you're not stupid, you could clearly see that was pure humiliation and zero respect. And I don't want to take away from the fact that I am so happy that this film won and that Palestinians get some, representation in the Hollywood film industry. But it's like a slap in the face. It's literally like a backhanded compliment. It's like somebody telling me, "Oh my God, you're the prettiest crippled girl I've ever seen." Do you think that was nice? Some people will be like, some people will hear that phrase and be like, "I don't know. I don't see anything wrong with it." So let that just sit. It's all about perception. But in my perception, I think that this is a test to humanity, and if we all collectively don't make the right decision, then there's going to be some catastrophic consequences to our decisions. Our climate is getting hotter. Our food is getting fucking genetically modified. Our people are depressed. Our people are cold. Our people are working their asses off, and they can barely pay the bills. Working every single day, all day long, and they can barely feed their children. Like, this is not just about Palestine. Everywhere deserves to be free. There's multiple silent genocides going on as we speak, not just Palestine. And I feel so ignorant. I'm going to admit, I can't name every single genocide because it's difficult, but they all deserve to be equally spoken about. But there's so many going on that it's so hard to wrap your head around as a human. A human can only wrap their head around so much, imagine so much out of their bodies, the space that we can imagine, the numbers, a human mind can comprehend. There are so many lives being lost because of our country, because of our government, because of our enabling. We continue to live in this system. It is a literal, it's like we're an ant farm, guys. We're a literal ant farm. And even if you think that you, resist against the mainstream, you don't. It's just a fucking front. It's a trick, and they are getting you. Every time. Every time they're getting you. They're literally, the government's like 20 million steps ahead of us, you know? If this is what the people who used to go to this school spoke, how they spoke, and it's a disgrace to be here. It is. I got into this college because I wrote my college essay on how I wanted to come to this school to continue Judith Human's legacy of fighting for equality for everybody, especially disabled people. I told them that I wanted to do that with my films. I come here and it's expectations, assumptions that things are the same, or assumptions that things will be different. But nothing's different and nothing is the same. I pray for you all that you find your way in this crazy world and that we stay sane together and we end this fucked up system that was created not for us all. And I just want to preface by saying that I'm not anti-Semitic and I will not take any comments stating that I'm anti-Semitic, because anti-Semitism and anti-Zionism are completely different things. I support all Jews and I support all Palestinians, and I am speaking with love and compassion. And so if I ever get intense, it's coming out of love. It really is. It's coming out of love because I care about every single human on this earth, and it is so hard for my little body to not be able to do anything about it. So I love you guys. Peace. Do something for yourself today and do something for others. Good luck and good night.